Good morning, students. This is Professor Kiran Poddar, Angadi Institute of Technology and Management, Belagavi. Today, we are going to discuss an important concept, that is inverse Laplace transform. Already, we discussed Laplace transformation in the previous classes, where we understood how the transformation takes place through a Laplace of a given functions. It may be arbitrary function or it may be any other function. So now we are going to discuss how the inverse Laplace transformation occurs and how it works on the different functions. First we'll discuss the definition of inverse Laplace transformation. For that, again we recall Laplace transformation definition. What Laplace transformation definition says? If f of t is a real valued function, then Laplace transformation of f of t will be equal to integration between 0 to infinity e raised to minus st into f of t dt. Fine. So this L of f of t will be denoted as f bar of s. Now the question comes, what will be inverse Laplace transformation? Suppose if I send this L to the other end, then it becomes L inverse. 1 by L is nothing but L inverse. Then what happens if I take it to the other end, then it becomes L inverse of f bar of s is equal to f of t. Fine. This is called as inverse Laplace transformation of f of s. Okay, so that is denoted by L inverse of f bar of s, then we will be getting f of t. Suppose if f of t is taken and if you apply the Laplace transformation on this, then we will be getting f bar of s, means the term t will be converted into s. The variables parameter t will be changed to parameter s. In inverse, what happens? The parameter s will convert into parameter t. So this is known as inverse Laplace transformation. So what we do, we'll go through few examples and we'll try to understand how this inverse Laplace transformation works. Okay. So we'll take few functions. For example, some standard functions what we have already, that will be taken. So if I take 1 by s, then what will be the inverse Laplace transformation of this as per the definition? So we know that the Laplace transformation of 1 is 1 by s. Therefore, the inverse Laplace transformation of 1 by s will be 1. If we take few examples, then we'll come to know what it is. For example, if I take if Laplace transformation, that is f bar of s is equal to, for example, if I take 20, then what will be Laplace inverse of f bar of s? That will be equal to, if I take it as 20 divided by s, then that will be equal to 20. Fine. So this is called as Laplace inverse transformation. Second, if it is 1 divided by s minus a, just go back. What is this 1 divided by s minus a comes for which Laplace transformation? So now we are going its inverse. So it is e raised to at. Fine. If we take one example, then what it will be? Laplace inverse of 1 divided by s minus 2 if I take. Then if you compare with this, then a is equal to 2. Therefore, what we will be getting? We will be getting e raised to 2t. Fine. Next, we will be taking one more. 1 divided by s plus a. Then this is equal to e raised to minus at. That is inverse Laplace transformation. For example, if you want to calculate Laplace transformation of 1 divided by s plus 9, then what it will be? It will be e raised to minus 9t. So this is called as f of t. Fine. Then we will be taking another next one, s divided by s square plus a square. We can see if s comes 100%, it leads to cos. First we write cos. Then here you can see it is a square, means a comes. Then it will be converted into t function. So it is cos a t. If you take one example, so Laplace inverse of s divided by s square plus 9 if I take, then what it will be? It will be equal to, if s is there in the numerator, then 100% it will be cos. Then here 9 is there. So 9 is nothing but it is a 3 square. Fine. So it is 3, then it will be converted into t. Now we will be taking another a divided by s square plus a square. Here you can see a. A is nothing but a constant here. So constant means sine. Sine. Here again a square means a into t. Fine. Therefore, we will be getting an example that says Laplace inverse of 3 divided by s square plus 9. 3 divided by s square plus 9. Then what it will be? This will be equal to, you can see, when it's a constant, so sine. Here it is 3 square. Here you can see a divided by a square will come. A is 3. A square is 9. Therefore it is 3t. Okay. We'll be taking another that says s divided by s square minus a square. S divided by s square minus a square. Then it will be when s square minus a square comes, then it will be hyperbolic. Since again s is there, then it is cos. Here it is minus, so it is hyperbolic at. Therefore, Laplace inverse of, if I take one example, Laplace inverse of s divided by s square minus 16 if I take, then you can see s is there in the numerator, so it will be cos hyperbolic. Here it is 16. 16 is nothing but 4 square, so it is 4t. Okay. So similarly we will be getting sine. So that is if I take a divided by s square minus a square. A square minus a square. Therefore you can see a constant, so it is sine. Here a square means it is 80, no doubt, but since it is minus, so it is hyperbolic 80. For example, if you take Laplace inverse of 1 divided by s square minus 36, s square minus 36, then what it is? You can see constant. So constant means sine. Here it is minus, means hyperbolic. This 36 is nothing but 6 square. Okay, 6t. But one thing we should not forget, even in the numerator, the 6 should come, but it is not there. Then we have to adjust. Assume that here 6 comes divided by 6. So it becomes 1 divided by 6. Fine. Next. 1 divided by s raised to n plus 1, where n is equal to 1, 2, 3 and so on. If this is the case, then what is the result? The result is t raised to n divided by n factorial it should be. Because Laplace transformation of t raised to n is n factorial divided by s raised to n plus 1. So it's a reverse. Even you can go through gamma function also. For example, if you want to take 1 divided by s raised to 4, inverse Laplace transformation of 1 divided by s raised to 4, then what it will be? You can see it t raised to n. Here what is t? T is t only. So that raised to n. What is n? N is 4. 4 is nothing but n plus 1. 4 is nothing but n plus 1. So it is 3 plus 1. So it is t cube divided by 3 factorial. So this is the way to calculate